Welcome to the Mindful Garden. It's a beautiful day again. I'm down in the basement where it's dark and quiet just because. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Here. Anyway, today I'm talking about something interesting. Something very interesting. How aliens walk among us. Now, you may think I'm completely out there and off the wall for thinking that, but I have found that in a way everybody's reality has to be real. So people who see aliens would have to have a way for that reality to express in the connected reality together. So how does that happen? Well, we are the video players and experiencers of reality. So we are the vessels in which the universe expresses reality in Earth terms. Same with all the life that is around us, but we as humans have a more conscious awareness of it. Well, probably not. Maybe the animals have a much higher conscious awareness of it than we do, but we can get into that in other discussions. But anyway, today let's talk about how people's perception of reality creates it so that we have people who express as aliens walking amongst us. And now these are, some people would consider them crazy, but I've talked to them and they're not. They're well grounded and completely sound of mind. They just have a perception of themselves as a completely different being than from being of this earth. And I don't think that that's necessarily unhealthy if it is in a manner that they can still function and work in reality and get along. I think that's a matter of them working with health practitioners and good therapists that can work them through what people would call their delusion, but make it so that their delusion comes and makes it so that they can function within that delusion instead of trying to completely erase the delusion because they enjoy it. And maybe that's part of their being. I don't think we in the Western society and our mental health system right now are necessarily addressing people's spirituality in a healthy way, because we kind of look at spirituality in the mental health system as a bad thing because people get lost to it at times, and that's a dangerous thing too, which is why they perceive it that way, because if someone gets lost to it, they can do things like murder someone because a demon told them to. It makes sense why someone like that would have to have medication and medical supervision. I'm not saying that the Western philosophy doesn't have some merit. I'm saying the Western philosophy is missing out on the people in between who can experience reality in a different way. And these people are, to me, beautiful because they bring it so that there's a reality for people to experience where aliens walk among us, and we can have it so that people can experience that and have that reality both through movies and through their experience and their delusion that they have. And it's not a horrible thing. I think we shouldn't necessarily completely shatter people's imaginative, creative, and beautiful delusions that I think are actually plucked from our historical data within our DNA. And it's just them expressing a deeper part of themselves that is being awakened by the stress of today, because we live in a highly stressful world. So we're all living in our own realities, and I think it's good to have people express in realities that are far removed from us sometimes, and us accept them and be able to, because in future the human race is going to have to accept some form of alternative races that are not us, like artificial intelligence, or even if we make it to Mars and develop on Mars, eventually the people who go to Mars are going to evolve to live on Mars. It doesn't matter where we go, we're going to evolve to the environment we create, and we can't completely mimic Earth's environment completely, so our bodies are going to transform and move and change into a new reality. And that's another reason why aliens already walk among us. We have within us the DNA code to live within any environment eventually. It's just a matter of progression of time. Interesting things. A little bit in my head. I know, I'm a little crazy. It's okay. Let's talk a little bit about the energies of today and how that connects to what we're doing. Because we're seeing all this stress and trauma, people are expressing in delusional ways, which is not necessarily, like I said, a horrible thing, because they are seeing beyond a veil that other people cannot. And I have witnessed that myself in personal experience through a manic episode. And in doing that, I saw people in a completely new light. I saw people as robots, as angels, as demons, and as aliens. And they were walking amongst us. And what I believe I was actually seeing was people's spiritual reflection of what they thought they were. And my perception was so powerful and my third eye so overactive at the time that it overlaid an image into my mind that gave me a perception of what I was perceiving from that person, from their energy body that was coming to me. And that we can get into in future topics and videos, and we can talk about how mental illness all works in together and how being a shaman is incredibly difficult in a day and age where being a shaman is considered a little bit wackadoo. So, it's okay, we're fine, we're not crazy, we're just finding a way to experience reality from a perspective that most people do not understand, but it's okay to have different perspectives in reality. So aliens can walk among us, so that demons can walk among us, and we can treat and change them and turn them into angels. And we can get into that a whole bunch in the future, because the way I see reality, we are in an amazing, beautiful place where everything is expressing through us and we experience. So I got a little bit more time, so let's talk about how people's experiences together can form reality. Because I have heard about this, I have not witnessed it for myself. I would love to witness for myself. I would love to do an experiment of it. But if you gather enough people together and witness a event, they will put together that event in a way that they as a collective perceive. So if you say, perchance, have enough people together who fully to their heart believe that we monks have aliens amongst us and there's aliens here, if you get enough of them together in a closed space, it is very possible that they would have a shared visual experience, that all of them would have the same experience. And that goes into our psychic link together and into our psychic and spiritual link to source, the universe, God, and everything. So I can talk about that more in future, trying to keep this around 10-15 minutes. That's how it goes here in the garden. I want to keep them short, sweet, and simple. We'll talk to you in future. I love all of you dearly. I can't express that enough. Even some people who have rubbed me the wrongest ways, I still love them. I understand where they're coming from. I understand deeply. And I would love to say with gratitude and thanks to everybody who's been supporting me lately, that I will continue and we can have a grand adventure walking through the mindful garden. And I will in future share some more of the physical stuff as it comes along. Thank you very much. You guys have a good day.